Hi everyone, Jim Bostock here. Welcome back to my channel and thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you get a lot from this video for this particular pain problem. I call this the #1 back pain in the world, and it is the most misdiagnosed pain. Let's talk about it. Have you experienced this particular situation? I met a gentleman last week for the first time. He thought he had a decent, strong, healthy body. He's in his mid-40s, quite athletic, but he always carried a back pain. Some type of back pain through here, niggling in the background, right? And then one day, he bent over to pick something up off the floor, and he was on the floor in agony. This pain again, but this time multiplied, 10 out of 10. This pain right here, they call it your QL region. Even the side of the ribs, he said, it caught me like this, and I could not move. I couldn't move. Every time I tried to breathe deeply or turn, the pain was a knife, a bullet going in. It was so painful, he couldn't get off the floor. Ambulance, emergency hospital. He was in hospital for 1 week. They tested, they scanned, and they did everything. Found minimal damage. Some mild disc bulges, but the surgeons were scratching their heads. This guy's a little crazy. Let's dose him up with all the medications. He was on over 30 medications for pain, including morphine, and that wasn't even touching it. Can you imagine every day lying in bed, just not being able to move because if you moved suddenly, a knife would go in, that fear. And he was like that for 5 days. On the 6th and 7th day, he said he started to feel a little bit better, about 30%, and that allowed him to leave and go home, lying in bed again for another few more weeks because the pain gradually subsided. When I met him, he was at around 5 or 6 out of 10, but that took a good full month to get there. Unbelievable, right? When nothing is broken. Everything looked great, and there was nothing sinister in his body. Nervelocks in the glutes. Think of little nerve fibers sitting in your glutes, locking down to protect, and they can also exist in the muscles up here that give you the rib pain as well. It's right here. And so many people suffer this pain. I will add on, it can go down the leg, causing sciatica. The numbness and pins and needles down your legs and pain down your legs. But a lot of the time, it's right here and it makes no sense. Even the greatest pain medications can't touch it. What is going on? Misdiagnosed? Yes, because commonly this is what you are told. SIJ, sacroiliac joint. Lumbar spine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, S1. Disc, rupture, bulge, protrusion, herniation, something along those lines, right? Different grades. Something inflammatory in your joints, something in your facet joints. Arthropathies, arthritis. What's going on? Idiopathic low back pain. That's a common diagnosis after all of that. What does that really mean? I don't know where the source is. That's what that truly means. Non-specific low back pain. That's a diagnosis as well. Again, what does that really mean? Sciatica. That is an umbrella term for the pain that goes down your legs and numbness and pins and needles. What I've discovered, Nervelocks. These nervous system or these fibers of nerves sitting in your glute muscles when they lock on to protect you. It's a natural protective mechanism that I discovered in 2006 and have studied and researched clinically for years and years and years. It took about 18 plus years to finally get all the data. Nervelocks are the source of this pain. This is the real diagnosis. This is final. After all that data, I had to see all this repetitively, thousands of times to prove the point, to prove that this is the source of your pain. Nervelocks in the glutes. Let me share with you another example. A lovely lady I met a month ago. She was suffering the same problem. This lasted about 12 years for her. She ended up in hospital about 5 times in that time frame. But the pain, again, the same. She was always vulnerable to it. She tried everything. She spent so much money to help this pain. The best exercises, massage, physiotherapy, chiropractics, osteopathy, manual therapies of all types. But what she was doing wrong was she was aggressively getting into this area with pain, elbows, deep tissue, trigger balls, all these tools to get into her psoas, hip flexors, glutes, lumbar spine muscles, multifidi muscles. She felt it's so deep, but she couldn't get there. What it was doing though was making her pain a lot worse. Nervelocks do not like aggression, pain, really getting in there. And she was exercising in the gym to get her glutes stronger, right? That's what you're told, get your glutes stronger. She was diligent every week on her glutes. But what she was doing wrong was she was doing too much. She was being too aggressive with the nervous system. When Nervelocks lock down, they do it as a self-defense system, a mechanism to protect you from further harm. It does not like you causing more issues, pain, problems, stress, hormones. It thinks you're stressing it too much physically and emotionally. Lock it down again, please. More pain down the track. And that's what she found. Every time she tried to work on this, so frustrated, so angry with her body because it was not doing what she wanted it to do, so disconnected from her mind, her pain never got better. This chronic, non-specific low back pain, idiopathic low back pain, SIJ, psoas problems, multifidi problems, facet joint problems, hip bursitis, lumbar spine, inflammatory problems, all the stuff that she was given, and injections of PRP to cortisone injections, epidurals. She went through everything. She even consulted multiple surgeons. They said, there is nothing wrong with your spine. You have the normal degenerative spine. You might have some inflammation, some arthritis, but that is it. So what does she have to do to get rid of this? Nervelocks in the glutes. Once we met and she went on that pathway, her pain disappeared. And she is now a different human compared to the one that she was living with. I've created a platform online called the Healing Vault. I'm very excited about this platform. Only launched a couple of weeks ago. The link is below. I have programs to help you understand what Nervelocks truly are and how they work in your body for this particular pain. This back, glute, hip pain. Is this you? There is a way out of this. I feel for you. I understand what you're going through. It is a very lonely pain because everyone thinks you're crazy, or you think everybody thinks that you're crazy, but the pain is real. I believe you. This pain can be eliminated. You have to do the right things for your Nervelocks. A few tips to help immediately. Be more gentle with your body. When you're doing manual therapies, for example, be lighter, more flush, lymphatic, nice feeling manual therapies. Stretch your glutes and hamstrings more frequently throughout the day. 5 times a day, 10 times a day, but gently, not aggressively. I've done so many videos to help you there. Please check out the rest of the videos in this channel. And on my social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, I've done plenty there for those stretches. So please come check them out. Stretching gently and not aggressively, but frequently. Getting in a pool and stretching is really, really helpful. The glutes and hamstrings, glutes and hamstrings. Nurturing the area because the nerves are already angry and protecting you. Think of it like that. They are already angry. Don't make them angrier. Just being in that mindset alone helps this pain so much. When I tell people on the phone who I chat with or converse on emails, they are coming for treatments, but it's months away. I give them a few tips like this. They already feel so much better by just implementing the changes in their lives. The programs that I've created online helps you achieve this, but deeper, with more thorough understanding and more habits and exercises to do in your day-to-day to help you calm the Nervelocks down in your hip and glute region. The link is below. It's called the Healing Vault. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's helped you understand this highly misdiagnosed problem and pain. Please comment below your story. What's going on with you? and click all the lovely buttons. Share this with your friends and family because this is such a big problem. I'll see you all in the next video.